So today, we're making fried mushrooms with remoulade. Fried mushrooms are like a typical Austrian kind of thing, and you either have them with a tartar sauce or a remoulade. So today we're going to show you the traditional Austrian way, and my version, with a bit of an Asian flair to it. Also, had some vinegar powder and kick it around in the cupboard, so we're going to try a salt and vinegar one too. Okay, start off, we're going to make the more traditional style mayonnaise, you could say. So I've already gone ahead and cracked in 1 egg to my container here, and to that, we're going to add a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to add a teaspoon of fresh cracked black pepper. We're also going to give it about a teaspoon of Dijon. Now we're going to go ahead and add the neutral oil of your choice. As always, I'm using peanut oil. Once you got it all in there, you're going to go ahead and stick your immersion blender in and start whizzing it up. I almost forgot one key ingredient. I'm going to have to give it a little bit of lemon juice here. So go ahead and just squeeze in your cheek of lemon, mix it up again. Now most of the time, I like a really thick mayonnaise, but for this purpose, I need to thin it out a little bit. So I'm just going to add a touch of water, not too much to start with, and we'll mix that in, and then we'll check the consistency again. Okay, I'm going to add about the same amount of water again, just another tablespoon or so, and then we'll see how that turns out. I got my consistency just where I want it, and now I'm going to taste it for seasoning. That's good, so I'm going to get it in my container here, and then we'll add the other ingredients. Okay, so to turn this mayonnaise into a remoulade, we're going to add about that much sour cream. I've just finely diced up some onion here, some brown onion, bung all that in, and then also some capers. We're going to go ahead and get them in. And then we got some anchovies here. Now, in my opinion, we're going to need a lot of gherkins. I like a lot of gherkins in my remoulade. So we'll bung a whole bunch of those in, and some chives. And I've just realized this bowl is way too small, so I'm going to transfer it into another one, and we'll get it mixed up. So, once you got it into a bowl that's a more appropriate size, I'll go ahead and get this all mixed in. We're going to also add some egg to this. That was just a boiled egg that I also chopped up. So we'll go ahead and get that all mixed in. Once you get it all mixed in, go ahead and give it a taste. And that tastes amazing, and it's ready to go. For the more Asian style remoulade, I've already gone ahead and cracked my egg in. Now I'm going to put about a teaspoon of rice vinegar. Going to put about half a teaspoon of salt. Now this is Szechuan pepper that I've toasted and ground up in my mortar and pestle. That's about another half teaspoon. And we're going to go in with a half a teaspoon of MSG. Alright, once you get all that in, we'll go ahead and add in our neutral oil. As always, all the amounts and ingredients are going to be on the website traditionalbutnot.com. Once you've got it all in, we'll go ahead and get it all whizzed up. I'm already happy with the consistency of this one, and I've already tasted it, and it tastes pretty damn good already. So we'll go ahead and get this transferred into an appropriate sized bowl, and we'll get it all mixed in. We'll go ahead and add a little dollop of sour cream, about that much. Then we'll go ahead and add the egg. Now we've got some spring onions here I've just finely chopped up. Go ahead and add that. And here I've got some pickled daikon radish. Now if you want to know how I made this exact bunch, we'll go ahead and we'll post it was the banh mi sandwich that I made, and these are exactly the same pickled daikons. They've just been sitting in my fridge there for a couple of months, and they taste absolutely amazing. And also that's what they've discolored a little bit, but that'll be fine. I'm also going to go ahead and add a bit more of this Szechuan pepper. We'll go ahead and get this all mixed up, and then we'll taste and adjust if we need to. Okay, I've just gone ahead and given it a taste. It already tastes absolutely amazing, but I think it's going to be even better if I give it a little bit of a sprinkle of this Thai ginger. Just a little bit. So I'll go ahead and get that mixed in. Now you want to taste this again, because it tastes absolutely amazing, and any reason to eat it is a good thing. As you can see, I got my breading station set up here. Now I'm going to be doing 3 types of mushrooms. I'll be doing the more traditional button mushrooms that I'll be coating in this, it's like Kaiser roll breadcrumb, which is pretty much the standard breadcrumb in Austria. And I'll be doing the Shiitakes in this Panko that I've gone ahead and I've just grinded up so it's a lot more finer, so it sticks to the smaller mushrooms a bit better. So these ones, I'm going to be coating also in the Panko, and I'm going to be tossing them in a salt and vinegar seasoning at the end, and we'll see how they turn out. Okay, with the egg, I just went ahead and cracked all my eggs in there, and I added just a touch of water. As you can see, it's not stringy when I pull it up. That's exactly how you want it. You want it nice and fluid-like. Okay, to go ahead and bread them up, super simple. Coat them in the flour, bag on with the excess, into the egg wash, let it all drip off, and into the breadcrumb. And get it all nice and coated. And also, we're going to give these a little double coat. So back in the egg and back into the crumb. So once you get it all nicely coated up, we'll set it aside and we'll carry on with the rest. For the shiitakes, it's exactly the same thing. In the flour, Bang off the excess, into egg, into panko, shake off a bit of excess, back into egg, and into panko. Alright, and just shake it a little bit, and into pan. As you can see, I've got them all breaded up here. Now with these ones, I did a few of them with the Kaiser roll crumb, and a few of them with the panko. We'll go ahead and set this off on the side while we get the seasonings ready. Okay, to make the salt and vinegar seasoning, quite simple. I've got this vinegar powder here. We're just going to tip the rest of that in the packet I have. And then to that, we're going to add about a half teaspoon of salt. So we'll just get it all mixed in and we'll give it a taste. And that's just about perfect. For our Asian style seasoning, we're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of salt, teaspoon of Thai ginger powder, a teaspoon of Szechuan pepper, half a teaspoon of Chinese fast spice, a quarter of a teaspoon of MSG, and a quarter of a teaspoon of the vinegar powder salt mix we just made. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get that all mixed up. We'll go ahead and give it a taste. So I'm going to add another half teaspoon of the ginger powder and a half teaspoon of the Szechuan pepper. Okay, we'll call that good. I've got a pot of clarified butter, also known as Butterschmalz here, heated up to around 170 degrees, perfect frying temperature. I'm just going to lower the mushrooms in and start frying them. Now you don't want to put too many in at one time, so otherwise your oil will drop way too low, but we'll get about half of them in there and we'll keep an eye on the temperature and we'll fry them until they're nicely golden brown. As you can see, they're nicely and golden and crispy all over. I just turned them around a couple of times. Now we want to go ahead and get these in a bowl. And you just want to give them a little sprinkle of salt as soon as they come out of the oil, because that's when they'll stick. So just go ahead and give them a flip. Give them a little bit more salt on this side. And then we'll go ahead, put them on this rack and get frying with the rest of them. As you see, I've got some neutral oil here heating up in my poor excuse for a wok. I've got them up to about 160 degrees and we're just going to drop the shiitake mushroom straight in. Now with the wok, you'll be able to put a few more in than you would be able to the other pot because it should hold the temperature a lot better. So go ahead and bung them in and we'll wait until they're nice and crispy. Once your shiitakes are nicely and golden brown, you just want to go ahead and move them out straight into a bowl. As soon as you've got them in the bowl, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of your spice rub straight on top. Go ahead and mix it up so it gets all nice and coated. Alright, once you get them all nice and coated, we'll go ahead and put those on the rack. Okay, with these mushrooms, we're going to go ahead and cook these off in the wok as well. I'm actually quite interested in this salt and vinegar one to see how it turned out. So I'm going to try that one first. That tastes absolutely amazing. You need to get your hands on some of this vinegar powder, but when you do, definitely try this. This is absolutely amazing. Okay, so I must make a quick announcement here. I've never actually had these before. So this has been my first time trying it. I'm just going to taste it on au naturel without the sauce first, and then I'll put some of the remoulade on it. This remoulade sauce, I've never actually had that before. This is absolutely amazing. This will go without the mushrooms on the side, but if you'd nothing else, just make this. That is absolutely amazing. Now it's time to try my Asian inspired one. I'm just going to try it without the sauce first to see how my rub went. After trying them all, I think my favourite must have to be this salt and pepper one. They are absolutely amazing. The other one's also really, really good, but this remoulade sauce, I've never had it before, and I'm definitely going to be making it again to put on other things. If nothing else, just make these sauces. They are so good. It tastes really good.